Excellent. Okay, cool. Well, where would you like to start?
Don't care.
I'm going to roll straight into it. So this is literally the start.
Yeah.
So welcome, Kiani.
Hi.
Yeah, welcome. So you travelled. When did you travel down to?
This morning.
This morning.
Yeah.
So is it just like a whirlwind trip? You're back up tomorrow, or?
No, well, in and out, yes.
Yeah.
So flew down this morning, 3 podcasts, and then
Excellent.
family visits. My stepmom's broken her leg, so I'm going to go visit her in
Good
hospital.
one. Yep.
Sunday, it is my sister's birthday, who passed away at the start of the year.
Right.
So we are celebrating her birthday on
Okay.
Sunday,
Awesome.
and also announcing a non-for-profit that I've started, and a few of us have started in her honour.
Oh, cool.
Which will be really beautiful.
Yeah.
So that will be a lovely family affair on Sunday,
Awesome.
and then jet home back to the kiddies on Monday.
So can you go into the not-for-profit? This will be airing probably after
Yeah.
you announce it. So
Yeah.
would you like to explore that a little bit?
Absolutely, yeah. So it's called the Kiani Mills Foundation.
Yep.
But ultimately what we've created is the big picture is a hub for not only women in business, but particularly women in the music industry,
Yep.
to support them in their journey, because my sister was a DJ and a very
awesome.
well-known DJ. So she has been DJing for about 20 years
Yep.
now, and she was a year younger than me. So she might have started at 16, but in the overage clubs, but that's okay.
Yeah, of course.
But she was, one of the first main DJs that came up through the traps and taught herself how to play and
Wow.
got gigs. And granted, she was very, very pretty, so it kind
Yep.
of made it easier for
Helps.
her.
Yep.
But she was genuinely super talented. And that energy that she had, she would totally captivate a whole room.
Yeah.
So what we are trying to create is a home for all of the beautiful women that are, whether it's DJing or singing or any kind of live entertainment, and then the basis of anyone running a small business,
Yep.
really, because everyone in the music industry are running their own business ultimately. Yeah.
100%.
So the idea of the foundation, every year we're going to have a gala event, and it's
Awesome.
going to be kicked off by a competition where we're going to ask all DJs, female DJs,
Yep.
starting in Victoria, to submit their work, and we'll
Awesome.
crown one winner. We're going to give them some equipment through Pioneer, some DJ lessons. We're going to give them some mental health support, and they're going to get to produce their own track,
That's so cool.
which they will play at the gala event.
Yep.
And then every year we'll announce the next year's winner. So it's about a
that's
$10,000
so
grant
cool.
to start with.
Yeah. Awesome.
And we
So-
love a party. So.
Yeah, correct. I was just about to say it's like leads very well into the party atmosphere. That's awesome.
Absolutely. And we can do it, and we want to align with organisations like Support Act. So they are a mental health organisation who support people in the music industry specifically, and they're doing some incredible work. And so by aligning with organisations like that, we're not just having a party. It's more than that. It's
Yeah,
deeper
it's
than
meaningful.
that, because when it comes to particularly nightlife and music industry, hospitality as a general kind of bubble, it's got a stigma. It's alcohol, it's recreational drug taking, it's late nights, it's not eating well, it's all of those things that do accumulate into mental health challenges.
Yep. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So
So
we're really excited.
how did you go about setting up a not-for-profit? Because I'm guessing you probably don't have much experience setting up not-for-profits
Yeah, no,
previously.
I am so grateful for the co-founders who are doing it with me.
Yep.
And one of them did help set up the Dylan Alcott Foundation.
Oh, wow. Yeah, right.
And so he had hands-on experience with doing that. So between him and his knowledge and ChatGPT,
GPT.
GPT, not
GPT.
GTB.
Shout out Johnny McCartney.
So through that and researching and working with a beautiful woman to help me set up the foundation documents,
Yep.
and we had our annual general meeting, and
Yep.
it was actually really beautiful. Mum's involved as well.
Awesome.
So
Awesome.
yeah, it's been a really beautiful experience. I mean, she passed away 9 months ago,
Yeah.
and it was something that I was like, right, let's do it now.
Mm.
And it's been beautiful to have their solid hands to be like, we don't need to rush.
Yeah.
Let's do it right.
Correct.
And there's so much more involved than I actually thought.
Yeah.
So I think if I had have rushed into it straight, in grief mode, I
Could
probably
have
would've
gone wrong.
buggered it up pretty badly. So it's been a journey. I'm still learning how it all works,
Yeah.
but I'm really, really excited to kind of birth this into the world and create a legacy for her, because
Wow.
she deserves it.
Beyond music, obviously.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. So what else do you do? Obviously, you travel around a bit. Your business, you've got your own podcast. run us through that.
Yeah. So it's a funny question every time I get asked. I laugh. I'm like, what do I do?
What do I do?
What do I do?
I
What
get that-
don't
I
I
get that
do is
question a lot
probably
too.
the question.
Yeah.
I say it's a beautiful mosaic
Mm.
and it changes a lot.
Yeah.
But my business, I've got a property law firm that specializes in conveyancing.
Awesome.
And so I've had that for 10 years
Yep.
and it's grown, evolved. We've had offices all around Melbourne. We
Awesome.
then pivoted through COVID and went totally digital, expanded to New South Wales, went to Queensland. It's been a really fun journey.
And that's where you're
I
based
love
now, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm in the Sunshine Coast up in
Awesome.
Queensland.
Yeah.
We did the last hard lockdown was got my quarantine approval and we were
Jumped off.
out.
There.
Yes.
Did the whole family go or was it?
Me and the kids.
Yeah. Excellent.
The rest of the family stayed here.
Still here.
But it was the best thing we ever did. Best thing we ever did.
Yeah, because my family did the same thing.
Yes, I know.
They left me behind.
They were like a year after me. But
They left me behind. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you.
As I said to you before, I'm like, mate, you should have you should have followed.
Well, I mean, I buy my own house, so I set up and
Yeah.
I'm good, and then it's like,
now
they've
everyone's gone.
disappeared.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. No worries, guys.
And your career is kind of
It's
right.
Geelong, it's Melbourne, it's
Yeah.
Victoria, so it's sort of this is the location. And
Yeah.
I love the state, and I love the footy too much to leave it. So you
Yeah.
know, I'm an Essendon supporter, so
condolences.
it's rough.
The Rams St Kilda.
Well, you know, you guys are actually a destination club this year, but I'm 4 years older than our finals drought. So come on, guys. So Victoria's the state for me. How was it transitioning to Queensland? 'Cause it's a very different culture up there.
It was, and I reflect on this a lot.
Mm.
I don't believe if I had have left prior to COVID, I would have lasted a week. I mean, like, this place is so boring. Get me out.
Yeah. Yeah.
But after having 2 years at home and spending so much time with the kids and us really like reconnecting and bonding, and I was grateful that, you know, being able to work through COVID, I'm blessed for that. And the legal industry got a real kick up the ass. So the business boomed, which was amazing.
Awesome.
I was hosting the Ticker News channel at the same time, right around the corner in Port Melbourne.
Yep.
So I was doing great. I loved it. I really loved where I was at in life. And the mindset that I was in was very like chill compared to who I was before COVID.
Right.
And so I think going through that slowness and having to be at home all the time and spending all this time with the kids and just watching everything, the craziness that was going on. I mean, I was on the phone to a couple of my staff members, and one in particular wanted to move. He goes, Kiani, my family's going to Tasmania. I'm like, take your computers, go. Like, we're a digital business. You can work from anywhere. Work from wherever makes you happy. And I was like,
Ooh.
hold on.
That's sticking.
Yeah. I'm like, hold on, what? Oh, I can do that too. Like, it was just this like full like spat everywhere because I'm so excited. I was like, oh my God, it was
cool.
huge. I went, okay, hey
You're gonna
kids,
do it.
what do you think about? And don't get me wrong, it wasn't like a totally off the cuff idea. I'd thought about it since the start of the year.
Yep.
Because I was traveling up to visit my team in Queensland.
Awesome.
When we could through lockdowns.
Of course.
And there was a couple of other milestone events. My partner and I separated, obviously closed all the businesses, offices, and my son was going into high school the following year.
Yeah.
And we'd applied, we were here, Port Melbourne, and we'd applied for Albert Park College.
Yeah.
And this was right as they were building the new Port Melbourne High School.
Okay.
And so 2 weeks before the deadline for school applications were in, they changed the zoning. And so where we were on Beat Street in Port Melbourne, no longer zoned for Albert Park College.
Oh.
So ultimately, Kobe didn't get into Albert Park and was going to have to go to the new school.
Yeah.
Which, if he wasn't the child that he was, I probably wouldn't have cared as much. But Kobe, who's now 16, he was the kid that he played AFL his whole life. He'd be the juniors who would go to the seniors training and kick the ball with the seniors.
Yeah.
He was the preppy in after school care hanging out with the grade sixes.
Yeah.
He's always had this attachment and attraction to the older kids,
Yeah.
and he's been able to hold conversations with adults his whole life. And so I looked at him as a child and went, after I learned how they grow and build a high school, that they build it from year 7 up. So he would have forever been the eldest child in the school.
Not good for
And I
him.
look at him and go, am I giving him the best opportunity at life?
Yeah.
I don't think I am.
Yeah.
And so before we made the decision to move, I literally pulled all the strings. I'm like, which famous people do I know? Can you write me a recommendation? Can you write me a letter in support? Can you offer your services to the schools? We applied for all the private schools as well as obviously Albert Park. I put in my effort to try and get him a spot, but because it was so close to the cutoff, it was too late.
Yep.
And so that dawned on us when we obviously we got declined from going to the schools and didn't get any of this. So I was like, well, kids, what do you think? And they were like, yes, let's do it. I'm like, don't get excited. We need to get a house, sight unseen, obviously. We need to find a school and we need to get quarantine approval.
Yeah.
We're in a hard lockdown. So I had to go and obviously do everything I needed to do. I had to like manifest the shit out of this. And then literally 3 weeks later, the same day, I got my girlfriend went and saw a house. They're like, yes, got the house. Amazing.
Oh, excellent.
Got an online invitation to have a meeting with the Montessori school in Sunshine Coast, which is extremely hard to get into.
Yes.
Amazing. And then the letter came the email came from Victorian government saying quarantine approved. And so 4 weeks from the day that I asked the kids if they wanted to move, we were in Queensland and in hotel quarantine.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That's insane.
People were like, where'd you go? I'm like, oh, I moved.
Yeah.
Like, didn't get time to say goodbye.
No, like it's just disappeared.
Sorry.
See you guys.
Bye.
We're off. Catch ya. Yeah. Well, my parents did say goodbye. They did, we did the last couple of steak nights and then they abandoned me. So no hard feelings,
I feel that there's a little bit of resentment.
Not at all. Not at all. I love them to. No, free accommodation in the sunny coast is excellent.
True. You can come holiday whenever
And then
you want.
and then I can leave.
See, like the grandchildren, right?
Right.
So
Just
I was
hand them back.
saying before that Melbourne for me feels like my grandchild. I get to come back and then I'm like,
When
I'm
it's-
here to
when
have
it's
fun. Let's
bad,
have fun. And then I'm like, bye.
just
I'm
escape.
going home to my holiday
100%.
resort.
So how was it buying a house sight unseen?
Scary. Scary. But obviously this is what I do for my clients every single day.
Of course.
So I'd had 2 years experience of clients going through the process of buying sight unseen. And there was video walkthroughs and that was kind of about as good as it got.
Yeah.
So it was like,
Fingers
and really
crossed.
like Queensland, I will never become comfortable with the way that Queensland conduct property. They're getting better now. They've just had some changes legislation-wise and we've got some disclosure statements. But before it was a 5-page contract, not even a title search and she'll be right. That was literally what
Good
we
luck.
got. Yeah, she'll be right.
Well, I was a real estate agent during early start of COVID, and there are a couple of people that moved down from Sydney that bought houses sight unseen. And I've walked through the houses and I know what they look like, and I'm like, oh, this is a really good buy. Like you were, and of course the real estate agent's going to try and sell it to them as a good buy, but it's like this place is solid. You're never going to have any issues. And this guy just walked in, dropped the money, was like, okay, I'm here now. I'm going to be close to my grandkids, and I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Whereas I'm like the most anal person when it comes to checking every contract and reading through everything and making sure stuff's
You would
okay.
hate Queensland.
Yeah. I don't know. It's good for holidays.
Well, no, I mean more so
Wouldn't buy
like
there.
the legislation wise.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, no, it'll
correct.
probably give you an aneurysm, but it's fine. You just let me do that part.
I will. So it's Imperiale Conveyancing?
So Imperiale Conveyancing is the day job,
brand.
as we say.
Yep. And it's
that's
across
the
3
business.
states.
Yes.
Which is your favourite state
Victoria.
to work in?
Yeah, Victoria.
Yeah?
Yeah, always.
Because it's clear what you're buying.
It's
and
transparent.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot more clarity. Like everything, there's always going to be grey area. There's always going to be things that we don't know. There's always going to be things that happen.
Yep.
But when it comes to the agents
Yep.
as well as the contracts, I feel that Victoria is across the board
Pretty
the
good.
most transparent.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what particularly?
Well, Sydney, for instance, you put in your offer before you've even seen the contract.
Yeah, right.
In Queensland, the agent prepares the contract and then gets the buyers to sign. The solicitors aren't even involved until the contract's been signed.
Right.
So at least in Sydney, the solicitors prepare the contracts. So there's a little bit of like, professionalism or
something.
due
Yeah,
diligence
yeah.
put into that. But Queensland's just like, agents can do it. Good luck to you.
Yep.
Even though we've got a disclosure statement in Queensland too, there's a special condition or a general condition in that says that if the buyer isn't satisfied with the due diligence, they can terminate any time up to settlement.
Far out.
Stressful.
Seriously? Oh my God.
Yeah. So Victoria's, with our vendor statement and our Section 32 requirements, it's pretty solid. We've had some changes and some reforms lately, which have made it even more supportive, and some general condition changes, which I love it. Like the more that we can all be on the same page, because this is why I fell in love with this area of law. all of the others, and I've done all of them.
Mm.
They were all about finding that like
Loophole.
gazump card or
Yeah.
that, stab you in the back kind of thing or
Yeah.
like, haha, we found the way out, the loophole.
Yes.
Property is transparent. We
It's supposed
all,
to be, yeah.
and people say thank you at the end, which is really,
Yeah.
really nice. But the transaction is you want to buy, I want to sell. Let's meet in the middle and do a deal.
Yep.
Everyone, happy days. Unless you're an asshole and you don't disclose something, or unless you bugger something up really badly, then we're going to have a great time. And so most of the time it's a pretty
Simple
transparent,
process.
chilled process. But,
Yeah.
Fridays where we've got 15 settlements on one day, that's a bit hectic. So,
Yeah, fun. Is that today?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So I've got an amazing team. Amazing team. Love you guys.
Because you seem really calm right now. So it's like,
Yeah.
So you've also got your own podcast.
Yes.
Run into that.
Yeah. So She Can Humanize Business.
Awesome.
This was started, I originally started with a podcast partner.
Yep.
And it was called Humanizing Business.
Yep.
And then he stepped away for personal reasons. And so I jumped in the She Can angle.
Yep.
But I felt that this piece for me was like my freedom of speech, because I felt like as in my industry, in legal industry, we've got very specific words and terminology, and we have to conduct ourselves in a certain way. And then as a mother, I have to try my hardest to lead by example.
100%.
And then we've got B&I on the side and networking, and there was this kind of idea of me and this expectation of who I was that I then felt that I had to be a certain way and live up to certain standards. And there's always people that get to see all of me. But this was my freeing of my voice piece, because I don't have to be candid. I don't have to be controlled. I can say whatever it is that wants to be said.
Yeah.
And it's like full permission. And so there wasn't any other area in my life where I could do that outside of my friendship. So it was a beautiful opportunity for me to step into this kind of powerful place of really knowing who I am.
Yeah.
And getting to interview awesome guests.
So who are some of the people that you've interviewed?
I've actually, one of my favourite interviews is with a guy named Cameron Smith, and he is a men's sex coach.
Yeah.
And we come at it from the lens of business, but talking to him from like the taboo lens of men's sexuality was the most remarkable and eye-opening thing in the world.
Yeah, right.
And he was able to liken it back to, the suppression of men's sexual health if we look at the churches. And when men are denied, maybe those urges get put in the wrong direction. And then also too, like corporate men in positions of power who are controlled and they are expected to behave a certain way, and they have to show up, and they're the CEO of this or the CFO of that, and or a TV presence, and there's expectations. And as we know, if our expectations of us aren't always truthful or within, I guess, alignment of who we are, and our natural desires aren't being fed or acknowledged, they will come out in very unhealthy ways. And so it was really beautiful to talk to him, who works with men to help them reform in those environments.
Wow.
That was really epic.
Yeah, right.
And then my second favourite guest is who is now a dear friend of mine. His name is Satsang. He is a incredible singer and artist. He lives over in Chicago, and he tours the world singing his music. And his music is so inspirational. And he's had a very challenging childhood.
Yeah.
And channels that into his music.
Yeah.
And to watch him in his magic, and then be able to hear the stories behind the songs. And they're like, I'm running a business podcast, yet I'm talking to people like that.
Yeah, that's sick.
This is amazing.
Yeah, you wouldn't have thought that would be one of your guests. 100%.
No, yeah, absolutely. And then the last guest who I love, and I love you, Mark, Tarzan, he was on Survivor for a few years.
Oh, sick. Yeah,
and
right.
now he plays Kiosk Kev on the UK Survivor.
Oh, really?
Every year.
Yeah, right.
He's he's been on like 3 times. He's remarkable. He's a very spiritual person, and just the mind is incredible. So
you're not just interviewing business people then?
God, no. I'd say less. We don't. Some episodes don't even touch on business really.
Yeah.
my ethos is business is life and life is business. And so if who we are behind closed doors can be expressed and loved and acknowledged and then fed through our businesses are going to be better for it.
Yeah.
So the conversations tend to lead more towards the human and the individual and
Awesome.
the growth mindset or the overcoming challenges or burnout or whatever it might be.
Awesome.
But then that kind of naturally leads into business.
Yeah. So you're doing a podcast. Do you listen to many podcasts?
I do.
Which is your favourite?
Diary of the CEO.
Yeah.
I have to.
Well,
I'm
legend.
so in awe of it, honestly. And when he launched his episode, I was actually talking to my one of my new production guys who's over in the UK when they did the Madonna episode.
Yeah.
He got to go into the movies and watch it in the movies.
Oh,
I was
wow.
like, that would have been amazing.
So cool.
Yeah, so really inspired and honoured by what he can put out and the way that he's revolutionised podcasts. I think he's doing all of us a favour.
Oh, yeah.
Because the
paving way.
podcast has gone from, they've just got a podcast in their garage or whatever.
Yeah.
He's turned it into like a movie production.
Well, have you seen Flightcast? The thing that he's released
Oh,
recently?
yes. Yeah.
Looking at that.
Uh-huh,
That's like,
absolutely.
oh, okay, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Bit
some
of-
really
bit of
epic things. coming.
Podcastception going on, talking to a podcaster about other podcasts. Did you see Chris Williamson, I think it is, his episode with Matthew McConaughey?
I don't think I did.
The set was like, it looked like he was being filmed outside and like a farm. It looked like the Interstellar farm where Matthew lived, but it was all screens.
Wow.
So it wasn't actually outside, but it looked like it
That's
was outside. They
epic.
had the red truck over in the corner, but it was all like AI done, and it was so sick.
That's
and I've
amazing.
gone, how do they do it outside? And then I've gone, oh no, there's screens. And then
Yeah.
there's another, not a doco, but it's like a behind the scenes video of like how they set up all the screens, and I'm just like, that's so next level.
That is insane.
That's like commitment to
yeah,
set design.
wow.
Like,
Have
we've
you
got a
read Matthew
screen.
McConaughey's book?
Yeah, Screenlights. Which one?
Yeah,
Actually, that
Greenlights.
one?
Yeah.
Because he's got another one out, which is poems and stories or something like that. Oh, I
I
feel
haven't seen
terrible
that
now
one.
that it's just released.
Yeah. I can't go past
Greenlights is
So
excellent.
good.
Yeah.
So good. And that's kind of, I think, that journey that he went on, and I love that he's able to link it into the green lights. I feel
100%.
like that's, so the other piece of what I do is I run a movement called Project 100.
Yeah.
And this was born off the back of my sister passing away
Yeah.
and again, working with women in business to support them, not only through their business, but through their lives as well. And if we look at the book in the green lights moments
Effective.
and being able to flip the narrative and flip that perspective so that we can see those moments in times where that red light turned into a green light
100%.
and the gifts that were given in the middle. And I'm about to launch a book.
Awesome.
And it's with my publishers. We're in the process of deciding the front cover, which is
Cool.
amazing. And it's called The Purple Pill.
Yep.
And so The Purple Pill is my takeoff of, I was watching The Matrix.
Yep.
And Neo,
Nice. Yep.
the main character, was given the option of taking the blue pill or the red pill.
Mm-hmm.
And as I kind of dove through in my own little experiential way, these pills represented my life, really. Like I was born into a, lower class family in Frankston. Mum worked, single parent, worked her butt off. The aim really was to go to school, get a job, get married, have kids, die.
Yep.
That was the
That's it.
pathway.
Yep.
That was the meaning of life.
Mm.
But that blue pill world also led me into working in the corporate world and, the rat race and working 9 to 5 and constantly on the clock and really living in this fixed world where there were boxes and restraints.
And you're in one. Yep.
And yes, we're living in it.
Yeah.
And that was the kind of, I'm like, yes, that's the world. And that's the world that I grew up in. And then I went through my own aha moments and people said things and I went, oh, what? That's how what? That's how you think I am? That's what you, oh my goodness, who is this? You're explaining a stranger right now.
Yeah.
And that
was their perspectives of you.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
So like, for example, I had a friend of mine, now a friend of mine, we first met and we'd met at a couple of BNI meetings and I would go in and I was a director of the chapter and I was like 10 years younger than all of the business owners. So I had a lot of imposter syndrome going on and I was freaking out. And I had my 2 young kids at home getting themselves ready to go to school because we live right next door to school.
Yeah.
So they'd walk themselves to school. So I was, checking on things and doing the thing and nervous as Can I swear on this?
Yes,
Okay,
you already
great.
have, but yes.
Should have checked.
You just do the beep.
Oh, yeah,
No,
beep.
it's all good.
So I was nervous as anything. But when we did a one-to-one to catch up, he goes, oh, I've got to tell you something. I was like, yeah, go. He goes, I really thought you were a stuck-up bitch. And I was like, what?
Wow, thanks. That's nice. Good morning to you too.
Yeah, I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, the fact that when I walked into your office, you came and hugged me and gave me a kiss on the cheek and were so friendly. He goes, I didn't expect it. I
Yeah.
almost didn't come today.
Well,
because
that's how
I
you
thought
greeted
this was gonna
me
be
today.
tedious.
Was I'm a hugger, hi, and I'm just like, yeah, same, excellent.
But to me, that's my natural
It's
nature.
normal. Yeah.
But he'd seen me in this foreign setting that was so uncomfortable to me that my behaviour seemed, well, that was what was normal to him. So he hadn't experienced this yet. And I just went, wow, is that the way the world perceives me? Holy
Not necessarily
shit.
you, but maybe someone in your position. And usually you have people that fit into a certain category and that's how they've gotten to where they are. Whereas if you're, taking it upon yourself to break the mold, then you're not going to, you're going to surprise a lot of people. And that's the whole thing about breaking the mold is that you will be different.
Yeah.
And people expect, certain things from certain people in certain positions. And yeah, they'll make your whole persona out of half an interaction, your LinkedIn profile, whatever, they'll assume.
Oh, yeah, she's that kind of person.
Yeah.
Oh, she's that.
Yeah.
She looks like that, so she's going to be like
Correct.
that. Absolutely.
Correct. And then when you're actually like totally different, they're just like, oh, I feel terrible.
Well,
she's actually really nice.
I hope so.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. That's what breaking the mold is. You've got to be different.
Absolutely.
And you're going to surprise people.
Yeah. And look, I was grateful. I was super grateful that he said it because it made me go, oh, shit. If that's the energy that I'm walking into that room with, and I said, like, can I share with what's going on for me? And I told him, and he's like, oh, shit, I have no idea. I had no idea. I'm like, no, but that's not your job to do. But it is my job to make sure that I'm not putting out this version of me that is totally incorrect.
Correct, 100%.
And so that's the red pill journey of figuring out who you are. And, for me, it was spirituality. I really dove down and looked at my behavior and the way that I was treating people and those moments of time, because in my blue pill world, everything happened to me and it was everyone else's fault.
Victim. Yep.
So in the red pill world, I was like, oh, shit, that was me.
What am I doing?
Responsibility. How have I impacted this? How did I contribute to that situation? And that radical responsibility, taking that and really like, it's not pretty. It's not a pretty process, but it's a really like relieving one when you get to the end and go, oh, okay. I'm not going to do that again.
So have you read much Jocko?
Yeah.
Is that where that comes from?
Kind of, a little bit. Yeah.
I was going to ask, when you say spirituality, is there a religious subtext to that, or how does that? Don't spill the water everywhere.
Sooner or later.
Eventually. So when you say spirituality, what are you mainly talking about? Looking at what's your story with that?
So spirituality for me is the universe, and similar as say people who follow Christianity believe that there is God up there that is supporting all of us for our highest good.
Yep.
My belief and and it wasn't even really a belief, it was what I felt most connected to was that there is this infinite access to infinite knowledge, way bigger, higher and outside of me than I could ever dream of. But there is a plan that has been laid out for me, my soul contract that I have agreed to, and has come down into this human experience and am living out not only my soul contract, but we come into this human body and we also have an ego and we have a personality and we have trauma and we have the indoctrinated beliefs and opinions of our family members and the school that we go to. And we become these little sponges that just pick up things.
Absorb everything.
Yeah. And then we get to a point in our lives where, I know for me, it was like, I can't change. I am who I am. If you don't like me, lump it. I'm never changing. This is it. And so that was because that was what I believed.
Yeah.
Based on what had happened. I believed I didn't like mushrooms. I freaking love mushrooms. I believed I had a fear of heights. Took my kids hot air ballooning last year.
Yeah.
Don't have a fear of heights. Like there were these things that I'd created in my life.
Yeah.
And going through the process of looking all of that and acknowledging that some's environment, some's generational, some's my own, there is a bigger plan out there for me. And if I'm able to understand who I am and come back to myself, then the support of the universe or guides or whoever it is that people resonate to.
Mm-hmm.
There is a higher power that is supporting you along your soul path.
Okay.
And so it's like the soul journey has a plan, and then we come into our human experience, and our ego tends to stop us or create fear, create panic, create safety and restriction. Like, it's not all
Especially when it's huge.
doomy and gloomy.
Yeah.
Correct.
You got a massive ego. It's the JBH show.
Of course it is. Look at it.
Correct. It's literally my initials. Anyway, for the uninitiated, what are soul contracts? How does that dynamic work?
Well, I mean, look, I feel as though whatever resonates for the individual is right in any way.
Okay.
So for me, a soul contract that when we pass, our human bodies, our meat suits that we're in, they might get cremated or put in the earth, but there's a soul inside of us. And I don't know if you've had an experience where you've been with someone when they passed. And I was gifted the opportunity to be with my sister in her last moments.
Yep.
And there was a very clear moment when you could tell that there was no one home.
Yep.
That soul had exited.
Mm-hmm.
And so the idea is that the soul will go back up into the universe and live out its next life path. So her next life path, for example, might be to go back into another body and to live out this next part of her soul contract, whether it's karma, whether it's love and experience and joy and pain and all the things that go along the way. But it's, in a very simple sense, it's like it's a predetermined contract that we have, and we choose to come down at this time into this body and have this human experience.
Yeah.
And our real duty is to kind of work through our karma, to be more in our dharma and come back to wholeness, and then we pass and go back up and do it all over again.
Yeah. Excellent. I had a question there.
Ooh.
And it's just vanished.
Yeah, someone once said that, when you do that, it's like, it must have been a lie.
I hate that saying because it never is. It's a really good question. It's just that I've gotten distracted because there's shiny objects everywhere. No, it was – so I didn't have the experience to be with someone as they passed, but it was – I was in the room and my grandfather was there, and then we left, got the rest of the family, and then we walked back in and he'd gone. But the noticeable change in the lack of presence in the room was like palpable.
Like
you could
the
feel
energy
it.
is gone.
It's just there. It was there 1 second, and then come back into the room and it's just like, oh, this room's a lot emptier than it was before. And it was, because he'd gone.
Yeah.
So definitely feel that. What is this belief system based on? Where does this come from? Is it just a personal experience? Have you done reading on it?
Oh, no, there's definitely lots of literature on it. Who actually created it, I don't know.
That's cool.
This is where it's kind of like, it's not like Christianity,
Not
where
like a
we follow the
traditional
Bible
religion.
and we've got pre-written scriptures. It is a very unique experience. I think that's why I like it. And this is, back to my purple pill concept. It's like, I don't want the blue. I don't want the red. I want both.
Yeah.
I want to take the good parts from
all of them.
all of it and
Jam it
have
together.
Exactly right. I'm like, I just want the fruit of life.
Yep.
And I've been very much like that my whole life through, John and I have been to a lot of Tony Robbins, and we've done a lot of personal development work, and they'll be like, it's like picking fruit. I'll be like, oh, I like that one. And then I want a little bit of that one and a little bit of that one. Like, that feels good for me.
100%.
But there is a book called A Course in Miracles.
Okay.
And that was similarly like the Bible was written, and it was channeled from God and written. The Course in Miracles is said to have been the same way, but from the universe, from spirit. So to me, the biggest difference is like the spiritual journey is really, it's a personal journey.
Mm-hmm.
It's a journey of self, inner self, peeling the layers back, seeing the good, ugly, in between parts of yourself and how you impact the world. And then, religion with God is giving that over to God to love. So there's a loving of from someone else, whereas the universal process is more around loving yourself.
Yeah.
Not that that's not about loving yourself, but, if there was a difference, to me that was kind of it.
Okay.
And when I reached a part, and it's a lifelong journey, as we know, any, religion doesn't have an end.
No, 100%.
There was a moment in time only a couple of months ago through this grief experience this year when I attended a church a couple of times with my girlfriend.
Yeah.
And I had this beautiful experience because I always thought that there was things that were spiritual and there were things that were religious. And I kept them separate. And because I didn't have a relationship with God, I went, oh, it must be spiritual. And then in one of these sermons, the pastor was speaking and this young boy came up and he was 16 and talking about his experience with God.
Yeah.
And the way that he described the messages that he was receiving from God and the signs, and I sitting there, I'm like,
Oh.
I've had all of those.
Yeah.
I was like, and then literally the words came into my mind of the Holy Spirit, because I referenced my universe of spirit.
Sure.
And I was like, Holy Spirit, wow.
Oh, there's a connection. Yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
So again, it's like the separation is starting to become a little bit more intertwined.
Yeah.
Which has been really beautiful. It's been a beautiful experience for me. And that's why I really hone in on the point that it's such a unique relationship
Deeply
for
personal.
everyone.
100%.
And there is no right or wrong way to do it as long as it's leading us towards love.
Yep.
That is my only goal with this.
Criterion.
Be more loving,
Yep.
be of love and live in love,
Mm-hmm.
and you're winning.
Excellent.
Mm.
I had a really good friend. Have a really good friend. He's still here. When we worked together a few years back, he was just like hardcore atheist, wouldn't touch anything to do with religion. Oh, it's all stupid. It's just, a tool used to control the population and all the traditional stuff that people come out with. And I hadn't spoken with him for years. And then just by chance, we were having a conversation and he brought up that he'd converted to Catholicism. And I've gone, whoa. Where did that come from?
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, I don't know. It just sort of works for me. And it's like, it has nothing to do with what you think or what they think or, what it's all about what I think. And this works for me now. And I'm like, I love you, bro. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Like, great. I'm so happy for you.
And I feel like I was the same. Like my blue pill world, I was like,
Yeah.
none of that shit exists. I'm a full-blown nothing. Like I
Yeah.
don't want anything.
Yeah.
So I get it. But it's a beautiful, I like to see the peace that people find in it. And sometimes I feel like half of the battle is in deciding.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not that. So there's already like an energetic force around not being that.
100%. Yep.
And then the minute you're like, oh, but maybe I am.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Beautiful.
know. Maybe I am.
Maybe I am.
Yeah. Awesome.
Oh, so where do you sit in your religious beliefs?
Well, I'm interesting. I'm Christian, but I'm still learning. So I don't have a denomination as such. I don't have a church as such. I visit a lot of different churches. I've been to Russian Orthodox. I've been to Catholic, traditional Catholic. I've been to Greek Orthodox, Pentecostal, Baptist, Pentabaptist,
You're
Hillsong.
like a church hole, aren't you?
Yeah, I'll just stop exploring because I've got friends that
And
are
they're
in
so
these
different
places.
though, aren't they?
And they're just like, come along, see if you like it. And I'm like, I'll give it a go.
Yeah.
And all of them are beautiful. And the value that I see that my friends get out of it, that's to me, I just haven't found mine yet. But, it'll happen.
Yeah. No, I truly believe
There's
it's
a
like
plan.
it's a relationship. And
100%.
for a lot of us, until we have that experience, it's just it's a thing.
Yeah.
And it's there.
It's
and
just there.
You can't ignore it and you can't really explain it, but it's just there.
You become aware of it. And then
Yeah.
it just sort of figures itself out.
Exactly.
So, yeah, that's where I'm at.
I love that.
Yeah.
Good
it's
on
good
you.
fun.
Yeah.
So what made you decide to write a book?
Well, it started off as a keynote.
Awesome.
And I was asked to go to Paris to speak at International Women's Day about 3 years ago.
So sorry to cut you off. Where do you find these people that ask you to go to Paris to speak? Because I would love to do that.
I can get you in touch.
Oh, excellent. I don't know what to talk about,
I
but
know people.
Yeah, excellent. Cool.
So I got that opportunity, which was incredible. And before then, Jono and I had this beautiful day event called the Leadership Experiment, where we got to really dive into the power of leadership and what kind of leader do you want to be and who do you want to be remembered by and how do you want to be remembered. And we got to bring in some of the personal development work that we'd done to our corporate, fellow business owners and really get to work with them on a deeper level. And so it's always been in my wheelhouse to really try and bring this information to light. And so the keynote was, the first step, and then a beautiful friend of mine started to run some in-person events called Shifting the Matrix in the Sunshine Coast, which I presented at, and it just kind of grew legs. And then I got to go to Dubai and speak in Dubai, which was amazing, and did a heap of online countries, which was great. And so it always was in my mind that, like, my keynote was literally a book already.
Yeah.
Just in pictures and, my script.
Yep.
So it was there. The book was in me, as they say.
Yeah,
I did a book doula course to try and get the book out of me. And I experienced writer's block before I'd even started.
Love that. That's so funny.
Again, though, if we go back to, the spiritual side, it's like universe. It's like, it wasn't time.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So this beautiful year after my sister passed, and I had a really great opportunity to grieve and not leave my couch for almost 6 months.
Yep.
My beautiful brother came to visit, and he was so interested in it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, you're actually giving me motivation to write more. And for me, it's been a bit of a challenging journey with my family. I'm the black sheep, or the light sheep, as some people call it.
Right. And what do you mean by that?
Well, it's like I'm trying to bring light to my darkness and expand the light that I bring to the world.
Yeah.
And so therefore I'm breaking the norms. I'm not following the family patterns. I'm kind of stepping away, and I love my family, and I'm still very close to all of them. But, there's
they're on a different path.
The black sheep. Yeah, correct. Yeah. I'm on my path, right?
Yep.
And so, he was really interested, and I was like, this is really motivating me. And it was beautiful to have family recognition. And he's like, I feel this way
really
too.
Cool.
This is great. This is amazing. And all right, maybe I'm just going to. And so then for the next 3 weeks, I went and bought a Remarkable.
Yeah, they're excellent. They're so cool. I really want one.
Oh, got one with the keyboard.
Yeah.
And I sat at the beach and wrote and wrote and wrote and wrote and wrote and wrote. And then decided to send it off to a publishing house, who came back in a couple of weeks and said, yes, we want your book.
Swish.
Let's get started. And I was like, all right.
How good did that feel?
Oh.
It's like next level validation. It's like, we're going to print your stuff.
The cool part that happened, though, was because when I put it into them, and I did my research on who I wanted to submit it to.
Okay.
No, I was really fussy.
Next level.
And so I submitted it to the house that I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went, come on, Kiani, you've got to at least give it to one more person to just make sure you're like having options.
Yeah, of course.
And so I was like, all right, fine, this is my second choice, flicked it to them. Within 2 days, they wrote back going, sorry, not for us. I'm like, okay, thank you.
Rude.
And then, 2 weeks later, on the same day, so my beautiful daughter, she's 13, she has just been accepted to go and study year 9 to year 12 at an international boarding school in California.
Oh, wow.
Which she's done it all on her own. She's done the interview, she did the application, she got a whole school involved in getting her on that, getting her in that interview process, and then ended up getting approved. And so the day that she got approved, I got the email saying that my book was being published.
A great day for both of you.
It was amazing.
It's like, your news is great, but my book's getting published.
No. Mum's book was like, whatever.
Way down there. Yeah.
I'm going to America.
Of course. 100%. Wow.
Yeah. So it was beautiful. It was a really beautiful time for us in that processing piece of validation, because she put in so much time and effort to do it. And for a child who was diagnosed of being level 2 autism when she was 6, she is now like the most remarkable little girl on the face of the planet and kicking goals. And so just to watch her do that, and then to also just witness myself go through my journey in grief and allowing my kids to see me rest and all the processes that came up, and then obviously birthing the book, to see the validation come from that. I was like, all right.
This is excellent.
We're good.
Yeah. We're very good.
There are some really beautiful things that has come from this really challenging time.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So when is it being published, or is it still being worked out?
Well, the aim is for December.
Awesome.
It will just depend on how quickly I can get the hard copies as to when I do the launches.
Yeah, cool.
But we're in at the moment there's a 5-way chat going on between publisher, editor, proofreader, the book cover and myself,
Yeah.
really trying to like hone in on the subtitle and the back of the book and the front. And I'm like, this is way above my pay grade here. Like you guys
I'm just the
go
author.
at it. Yeah, like I've done this
I've done
much.
my bit.
Can you guys do the rest?
Just sort it out. Make it a bestseller, please.
Yeah, I know. They do the whole promo and all that kind of
Wow.
stuff. So that's all up to them.
Yeah, awesome.
But yeah, it's been beautiful.
So
It's
how
been
did
really
you
nice.
decide? Did you look at what they'd published outside of other things and
Yeah.
just sort of like, oh yeah, that's sort of my vibe
Yeah,
of book? And
yeah, absolutely. And they're in
Yeah.
Sydney, so it wasn't too far if I had to go visit them. And it was more about what they stood for. They're
Yeah,
called
excellent.
Aurora House, and I love the word Aurora. And we're going to go see the Aurora lights one
Oh,
day.
when?
And, well, I don't know yet, but one day.
Book it in. Book it in.
That'll be my celebration for when the
Yep.
book launches.
Excellent.
But yeah, no, they felt most aligned, and I knew that they already were writing. It's a personal journey, but it is a self-development book. So
Yep.
I really wanted to align with a house that had success in that space before.
Awesome.
Otherwise, the other option was going to be Hay House, but they're a very big publishing organisation, so that's maybe book number 2.
Don't say that. Aurora might want number 2 as well.
Yeah, they can have number 2.
Yeah. They're going to have to
number
fight
3.
over it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
It's an auction.
Totally.
Awesome. So you've got the P100 movement, the podcast, the business. How do you manage your time?
This is a question that I get a lot.
an
Yeah.
insane amount of workload.
Yeah, it's it used to be really overwhelming, and I really used to feel like I'd get pulled from pillar to post. I'm like, oh, I do this for this, and I got to do this for this, and I couldn't keep up. And I've got a couple of different emails so I can separate
Yeah.
the things. But
But you got to get to them all eventually.
correct, for me, it was the moment that I realized my purpose on this earth and how they all connected to one another. And the minute it was no longer I do 10 things, it was I do one thing for 10 different people. I just do one thing. I just be me. I
Yeah,
just
right.
show up. My calendar is my best friend in the world. You can absolutely call me, but I probably won't call you back.
Yep.
I will text you. But if you want to talk to me and it's really urgent, just book in my calendar.
Yep.
Right? My calendar is very flexible. But when it comes to my time and energy, like I'm a single parent with my kids, so I'm pretty, my boundaries are really solid.
Yeah.
I do a bit of one-on-one mentoring as well, and obviously the Project 100 is mentoring too. So as long as I'm in the position of being able to help and better people, bring them into their light,
Yep.
then I'm on my mission.
Yep.
And whether that's, on a contract review, helping someone buy their first property,
It's all in service
beautiful.
of
If it's
the overarching
on
mission.
a podcast,
Yeah.
absolutely. And it's just, I know, and it was a really beautiful kind of moment for me. I didn't realize that people, not everybody, gets the same kind of messages that I do. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh, but everyone wants to be on a podcast. And everyone wants to speak on stage.
No,
and
no one-
everyone wants to do these things. And
No
it
one
was a
does.
real light bulb moment for
Yeah.
me when I was like, oh, you don't want that?
You actually don't want to be the center of attention? What?
Oh,
No.
and you've got the big ego. Jesus.
I
I was
know.
like, what?
Yeah, I do.
But yeah, that moment for me where I was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
no one else is hearing what I'm hearing right now. And that part of the universal work in the spirituality is like, that's your guidance.
Yeah.
That's my mission. I'm getting these pushes to launch this thing. I'm getting this decision to turn my book into a movie. Like I'm getting these things.
Sorry. Yes. Awesome. That's cool.
Just seeding that,
Yeah,
manifesting that one.
Yeah, manifest the hell out of that. That's excellent.
But yeah, so when I realized that not everyone else was getting what I was getting, I could then just really hone and be like, oh, this shit's for me. Great. How do I
This is
make
my
this
space.
work?
Yeah.
How do I make this work? As I said, setting boundaries is a really, really big thing.
So, your actual calendar,
Mm.
do you have a particular app? People book in via the website. They contact you and you book them in. How do you actually manage that admin?
Yeah. So the business is I use
Separate.
Office 365,
Yep.
calendar booking, client contract reviews,
Thing, yep.
referral partners, things like that.
Yep.
And then I use Calendly for everything else.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. So
And
I
they
know
all
also
just-
too, they come in different colours.
Yeah, right.
So it's pretty.
Yeah, of course. It's got to be pretty. Got to be pretty.
So it helps. It
Yeah.
helps my brain be able to go from one thing to the other. But
And-
I've always been quite good at compartmentalizing. So I
Okay.
can walk from here And like as you saw me do, I jump on my computer and I'm in work mode. And I'm on a phone call. How do you need? Okay, great. Let me send that. Great. All right, let's go. Do podcast again.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I was like, does she actually still want to do the podcast, or has she just jumped on a meeting? Like, have I lost her? I've lost it. No,
she's here. She's
back. Here. She's back. And then all of a sudden you're just like, oh, yep, podcast mode.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
It was a cool switch. It takes me time to load, I've got to think about things.
And I think that's part of where like our natural skills, it's probably not something that I was born with. It's probably something that I learned to do, but it's part of like honing the craft.
Yeah.
Some people are really great at golf.
3 podcasts today.
I'm good at talking.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
so 3 podcasts. So how often do you release episodes?
The aim is weekly.
Yep.
Same. But
it's never weekly.
Yeah, it's kind of on my schedule, which I think going back to like how do we do so many things this year, I've been really generous with allowing things to come naturally.
Yeah.
I'm not putting myself to deadlines, except the book is the only thing I've got a deadline on because if it's not December, then it's next year.
Yeah.
I'm not doing the Christmas thing. It's going to be before Christmas. But yeah, it's making sure like at the moment now it's really going what do I need to do?
Yep.
And what is something that I can do maybe later and really managing where my energy's at. But what I've found like just through the checking in with how I'm feeling and what tasks are needing to be done versus, those tasks we can sit on our emails for hours and be like, I'm so busy. It's like, but did you do the thing that you were actually meant to do? I'm like, oh no, got about that.
It's a task quadrant.
Exactly.
Urgent and compulsory. I don't know. I don't remember it. There you go.
There's a matrix version of that too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, similarly.
Yeah.
But I've totally lost my train of thought now. I don't know the Matrix.
Managing time. You got distracted by the Matrix.
I did. Shiny things, see?
Favorite movie?
It's actually Dirty Dancing.
Oh, excellent. Great choice.
What's yours?
Mine, that's a tough one. It changes. At the moment, it's probably... Oh, that is a tough one because then every time I think I settle on it.
Hold on. What's your favorite childhood movie?
Gotta be Finding Nemo. It's a great movie.
I forget how much younger you are than me because my kids love that movie.
It's a great movie.
I love
watched
that
it
movie,
recently.
don't get me wrong.
Like, you go back through Disney Plus and you check out the movies that you watched as a kid and then you get all the adult jokes because there are some ripper adult jokes in there.
Oh, my goodness. Shrek, the best.
Oh, my goodness.
As
Mike Myers, of course. He's going to sneak a few
hilarious.
in there.
Actually, have you seen Big Hero 6?
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
Excellent movie. So, yeah, it's like, it's content. It's a family movie. It's for everyone.
I think they've gotten cleverer with hiding it though.
Yeah, 100%.
It's really good.
But sometimes you watch it and you hear the joke and you're just like, oh, how did they get away with that?
I know.
I can't remember a particular example. It's just like, did they just, they did. Okay.
Yeah. It's like my kids go, Mum, I want to watch South Park. I'm like, oh, no.
Yeah. No, don't do it.
I was really hoping that an accent would come out. What is it called? It's not an accent.
An impression. Impersonation.
Thank you.
What's your best impersonation?
Oh, no. I don't. I can't.
Something.
It's like I can't sing and I can't do impersonations.
I brought out the Donald Trump impersonation on an episode a couple of weeks ago, and the first comment on the podcast was, finally the Donald Trump impression comes out.
Is that the number one?
No, it was episode...
Oh, no, sorry. Is that 11? The number one impression?
Oh.
What's the number one impression?
I don't know. I just do voices. I'm just a wacky dude. They just come out, and I'm just like,
so you don't have to like try or practice.
No, I think I can do that character, and then I'll just do the character.
So what about Donald Duck? Can you do Donald Duck?
No, terrible. Dad does the best one.
Oh,
He's
really?
excellent at Donald Duck. But I did a lot of classical singing training. I'm a theatre kid, that sort of stuff. So it's just you just fiddle with your voice until it tweaks, and then it's like someone will turn to you and go, "That was actually really good," and I'm like, "I thought it was shit at that one." Like a particular character. I will never be able to recreate it, but I did the best Severus Snape impression to the point where 5 people in front of me just turned around and were like,
"Can we try?"
What? Do that again? No, because I won't be able to recreate it.
No's.
I don't know what happened. Bring out the trumpet again.
Question. How did you go from classical theatre to politics?
Oh, that's a brutal question.
Because they're not really aligned.
No, they're not aligned at all.
At all.
I thoroughly enjoyed theatre. I loved being involved.
I feel like you'd be great at it.
Thank you. Stroking the ego.
That can be
the ego just got that much bigger. I won't be able to fit out the door.
And the reason open the doors,
the
guys.
reason I keep looking this way is because we've actually got a live audience for this episode. So Jono, who we referenced earlier, is in the room. So we're throwing shade towards him every so often, which is awesome. So, but Yeah, well, I ran for politics back in 22 in the state election in Geelong, and that was a case of there weren't a lot of people that wanted to do it, and I believe fundamentally that you should be able to offer an alternative to whatever the government is doing of the day. And if you are going to run for an opposing party, then you should do your best to be different and offer an alternative to the people.
Mm.
So that was the whole purpose of it, was literally just to provide an alternative. If I don't do it, then maybe there won't be anyone to do it, and there needs to be an option for the people of Geelong to vote for someone else. And I didn't win, but that's okay.
It's always next year.
Yeah, there is next year. It is next year. I'm not running. But it was...
One strike wonder.
Yeah, well, it was a lot of fun. It was really interesting to learn the process and how it all works and all that stuff. But it was just, it was full on. I would highly recommend it to anybody that is interested in politics or discourse around where the country's headed. I'd highly recommend it because it shows that you're putting your interests, not your interests, you're putting your ideas to the fore and you're representing what you think the country should look like in the next 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. And a lot of people find it difficult to fit their views in with a party, but the party knows what it's doing. They're there to make it easier for you to run. And so I would highly recommend, if anybody's interested in politics, find someone that aligns with your values. Find a party that aligns with your values and join up, get involved, because that's the only way that you're going to learn. And then when the election doesn't go the way you think, you actually have a right to complain. Because the people that complain after doing absolutely nothing, I don't want to hear from you.
Don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
So the link to classical?
There is no link. I just like both.
So you were always interested in politics
I'm just a
growing
massive
up?
nerd. No, so my first interest in politics came in 2014. It was the Scottish independence referendum. I've got Scottish heritage, so I'm just like, I watched Braveheart a few too many times and was like, indie ref, let's go. And so I watched that happen and I just, got really involved and interested and watched the votes come in and I was like, oh, okay, why didn't it go the way that I thought it was going to go? Recalibrated a few things, and then before I knew it, 2016 was rolling around, and that was an interesting year. I was like, I'm really good at political predictions now because I got Brexit right.
Yep.
I'm like, Brexit it'll go through, and I'm like, Donald Trump's going to win. I didn't have him picked originally. Originally, I picked Ben Carson because I'm like, he's the perfect person to take over from Obama. He's the Republican side. He's, softly spoken, Christian man, great story. He's the first neurosurgeon to separate conjoined twins at the head.
Wow.
And he's from a single mother household from the ghetto.
Wow.
Total American dream story. Excellent.
Feels like a natural progression from Obama too.
Exactly. And then he dropped out and endorsed Trump. And I've gone, I thought he was a joke candidate. I thought we weren't really taking him seriously. And then I started listening to him and I was like...
The Simpsons did tell us a
correct.
while ago. So.
Yeah, the Simpsons, they're known for a few... There you go, that's what you get. No. It was it was just like, okay, why has he endorsed him? And so starting to listen to him at the rallies and that sort of stuff, it was like, okay, I can see why Americans would particularly in middle America, find this appealing. And so I ended up with my careers advisor at school. We ended up predicting his path to victory based on each state. We called every state that it was going to go his way. And we're like, Florida's line ball call, but we reckon it's going to tip over into the red. And it did. And we were just like, cool. And I'm like,
there's something in this.
I'm really good at this. And since then, I've not predicted an election career. Oh, no, 2019 Australia, I got that one too. But not for the right reasons. I didn't pick the right seats that time. Yeah. So I just love watching elections and seeing the votes come in, that sort of stuff. That's all super interesting for me.
I love that. So do we have any aspirations to get back into the theatre?
Not at this stage. I'm just happy to talk about
come star in my movie?
Okay. I'd love to do theatre again. I missed it so much.
Oh. We can have a little scene where we've got the JBH show.
Just do a cameo. It's like a Stan Lee cameo in every Marvel movie. So, what is your favourite TV show?
Ooh, I don't really watch
TV. You're too busy?
No.
Just not interested?
Not really. We don't actually get like the free-to-air channels. Yeah. So it's either Netflix or...
Yeah, Netflix.
Yeah.
Well, it's a TV show. I mean, like Peaky Blinders, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, nah.
Okay, we'll step it back again. Okay. What's your interest in politics?
Oh,
straight back to the hard question.
I did get in trouble earlier for not voting last year.
Yeah, I told you off. Yeah,
He almost didn't put me on.
My bad. I was about to cancel the show.
Yeah.
It's that whole thing about be involved or say nothing.
Yeah. See, look, I honestly feel like if I did become invested in it, then I probably would be like you and be like, I want to make change.
Yeah.
But where I honestly sit is that I feel like there is this big giant problem, and on both sides. Like I honestly, like, I can see where both sides have benefits. I also have seen a lot of sides get in and make promises and never deliver. And so then I look at the big picture and go, well, I'm just one tiny little grain of sand in this giant hourglass, and I'm right down the bottom somewhere. And I did get in trouble once for voting for the Greens because I didn't know who to vote for. And then the Greens almost got in, and then I got in trouble for doing that. So I didn't do that again.
Who told
so I
you
was
off?
like, someone in my family. And so then I decided to not vote, and now I'm getting in trouble for that.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're winning at this politics thing. But
You're
it
not
is.
actually in trouble. I believe that it is entirely your choice.
But
to
you're
do
never
whatever you
coming on
like.
again.
No,
Sure.
we never said that.
But yeah, anyway, so it's more of a there are big problems going on.
100%.
I don't know what I can personally do to impact or influence the outcome.
Talk to people.
Mm.
Get involved.
Yeah.
Is what I would say. But I'm not a.
What's the
super
position
genius.
on Fairfax?
In what sense? The
Well,
seat?
Well, there is
Or the-
there's a Fairfax up in Sunshine Coast.
Oh,
and,
yes. So you're talking about the federal electorate of Fairfax. So it's one of the safer seats in the country. It was the seat that Clive Palmer won by 14 votes against the Liberals. That brief stint that he was in Parliament, I think he slept most of it, but that's okay. Love you, Clive. If you want to sponsor the show. No. But it's one of the safer Liberal seats up there, I think. LNP, because Queensland's weird again because you've got, instead of a Liberal and a National Party, you've just got the Liberal National Party and they're the same.
Yeah.
Which leads to a very interesting mix of people and ideas. And so you find that they're typically a lot more, they lean a bit more national than they do Liberal. And so that's, you know, can be off-putting to a few people in metropolitan Melbourne seats and Sydney seats. And so
sounds like Queensland.
Yeah. It was interesting. I'm like, oh, there's like actual, these guys are super chill, but there's always political signs about.
Yeah,
It's
well,
just constant.
that's the one party that I see a lot.
Yeah, it's just
especially in the
constant.
Sunshine Coast,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
they talk about wanting to create a new earth and bring in change.
Yeah.
So they're the ones that sparked my
Interest.
Well, they're around.
Yeah,
so I have an
correct.
awareness.
They're there. They're definitely present.
Yep.
So, do you don't have political aspirations, or you do have political aspirations? No political. Okay, fine. I thought you were asking about Fairfax
I'm not gonna
potentially
take your
running
seat,
next
no.
time. No, okay.
No, I'd have to do a lot of homework before
Yeah.
I'd got to that point, and my calendar's pretty busy.
But it's also flexible.
It's very
Yeah.
flexible. But my belief, honestly, is like if you want to do something, you'll find time.
Yeah,
So
correct.
maybe I just don't
100%.
want to do it.
So we're coming towards the end.
Yeah.
What I like to do at the end is a little bit of quick fire.
Oh gosh, okay.
Yeah.
Go.
So you can keep the answers as long. I did say at the start of the podcast, at the very, very start, it's like keep it very short answers, and then everyone's ignored it. So we're just going to do whatever.
All right.
Which footy team do you go for?
St Kilda?
Yep. Are you going to win the flag this coming year?
No.
Why? I think you were in with a shot.
Really?
Yeah.
Again, probably one of those political things. I'm not really enough of a supporter to be
Fair.
a supporter.
And I'm
but,
an Essendon supporter, so I've got no idea.
Yeah. Great. We're the same.
Yeah. Yay.
Go us.
Go us. I've already asked your favourite state to work in. We've already asked your favourite podcast
My
guest.
favourite colour's green.
Favourite colour's green. Excellent.
I like a margarita.
Nice. I was going to say beer, wine, or spirits, and you already answered that one. I haven't had that question for a while.
Jumping in your brain.
Favourite song?
Oh, there's so many. Oh,
I know.
Because of my beautiful daughter, I am a full Taylor Swift. I'm a full Swiftie now.
Oh no, really?
Oh, yeah, I am. Yep, full on the bandwagon.
Yep.
But her song, I Can Do It With a Broken Heart,
Mm.
actually features in my book.
Excellent.
Not because it's about a broken heart,
Yeah.
but the words in there where she says, I can fake it till I make it.
Mm.
what else is she, I kind of gone like totally blank, but the main chorus in that song
Yeah.
is around like I can do anything
Yeah.
and I will fake it till I make it.
Mm.
You know, I'm depressed, but I'm acting as if it's my birthday.
Of course.
And it resonates so deeply because that was the blue pill world of having to put on the mask, and she put it perfectly into a song.
Do you think that you're faking it?
Not anymore.
No.
Nah. But it just reminds me of that younger version of me that did that and that moment of like, I'm never doing that.
Yeah.
Ever.
Because once you're in your flow state and you know what your mission is, then it's like you're not really
like
faking
no
it.
shoes on.
Yeah. Excellent.
We don't wear shoes.
That's the first foot on my podcast.
Yay.
Okay. I'm just even laughing at it.
I can hear little giggles.
Now I've completely forgotten the next question, but I had it there. I must have been lying. Oh, your favorite saying?
Ooh.
It's not curiosity killed the cat.
It's do you want to like clear that one up?
Yeah, sure.
So Jono mentioned this comment about curiosity, and I went to say curiosity kills the cat, and I was like, what does that actually mean? And so I made up my version of it was that the cat must have been so curious that, because a cat has 9 lives, it did that thing 9 times and then died. So it killed itself because it was so curious. But
it's actually
you broke my heart.
I'm sorry. It's actually anti-curiosity. It's a saying designed to make you not question things, because it literally is. Curiosity killed the cat. The cat tried a new thing and died.
So
it's
don't be curious.
So it's literally a don't be curious, which is
so
why I'm so
heartbroken.
interested that you went to it, because that's so not
It was
your
one of those like
ethos.
childhood
Burned
things
into
where
your
it's like,
brain.
you know, don't put new shoes on the table, or like,
Yeah, well, I
you
wouldn't
know,
do that.
don't walk under a ladder. Like they're superstitions. So
Yeah.
I'm on the wrong track, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things that was just popped in my head, and so I'm heartbroken. I'm changing.
I'm sorry I've ruined your day.
No, you didn't. Right now, we're changing it. The meaning is it was so curious.
It has a positive meaning.
Yes,
now.
it has a positive meaning. Be curious.
It's kind of not how sayings work. I feel like they need to have a culturally agreed upon meaning, but that's beside the point. That can just be our thing.
Yeah, great.
This has been fun.
Because it's later in the day and this is the third one.
Like,
I'm like,
we're going a little bit crazy.
anything can happen now.
Yeah, correct. So curiosity killed the cat. Where was I going with it?
My favourite saying.
Yes, your favourite saying.
Choose your hard.
Yeah.
That has to be it.
Which is
Like,
from
Well, I don't know who said it.
Cody Sanchez? Maybe?
I don't know, but she does say it.
She says it, but she references who actually said it.
Yeah. There's someone before Cody, but I'm just going to say her
That's
because
cool.
she is incredible and I love what she does. But yeah, I think choose your hard. Everything's hard.
Awesome. Cool. And your favourite book, aside from yours?
It would have to be Marianne Williamson, A Return to Love,
Okay.
which is written on her personal experience of A Course in Miracles.
Excellent.
Yes.
Cool.
It's amazing.
Thank you so much for being here today,
Thank you for
Kiani.
having me.
It
It's
was
been
really
so
cool.
fun.
How can people connect with you?
Social media is the easiest way.
What's your
Find me
at?
online, Kiani Mills.
Awesome.
So, creative.
Mine's James Bernard Hullen. So
Yes,
yeah, it
there you
works.
go, JBH.
Yeah, the JBH show. Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you so much again. Appreciate you.